Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin has broken below the trend line that we discussed in the previous video, which was the signal that we were waiting for, that this B wave has started. Zooming out a little bit, just a reminder, we discussed it in previous videos, but quick reminder, two wave counts on the chart. I currently consider this move down still as an unfolding downturn. So I have here either in the yellow wave count, and that's currently the primary scenario of the August high, a wave 1 to the downside, and now the wave 2 is unfolding. Now we might come down in a B and then get a C wave rally, and then we have a chance to come down in a third wave, then do a fourth wave and a fifth wave. In an alternative wave count, the wave 2 is already a little bit further advanced, wave 1, and then A, B overshooting to the downside, and the C wave, and then come down. It doesn't really make a great difference. It just means that in the white wave count, the next move down could be the flush we already we want to see anyway. Yeah. In the yellow wave count, we have one more chance to find support in a defined support area and rally in this C wave in yellow before getting the flush. Either way, I see this resistance area ideally as the area in which the final downturn in the third wave breakdown should occur. So this is the resistance that I gave you in the previous video. Price already reacted nicely to it, very nicely. So as you know, these areas can be used as short trade areas. This would have been a successful short trade, for example. It only touched it, but you could just, let's say, scale into a short trade and set your first short just below that fib level. But how you do that, that's entirely up to you. I can only give you the pivot points, the levels where I believe the trend is shifting. So what did we get? We had the move to the upside in 5 waves, which I, again, consider the first wave basically of a corrective 3-wave structure. So it's the so-called A wave. I highlighted to you in the last video that, yeah, it can extend higher as long as we're holding the trend line. But as soon as the trend line breaks, we at least have an indication that the B wave has started. It might have started indeed. Yeah, it might have started. That's what I have to assume now, as long as price stays below today's high. This B wave can or should go into standard support. This is the standard Fibonacci support area between 25,730 and 25,260. However, B waves are the most difficult waves in the overall Elliott Wave pantheon. So they are the most difficult waves. They are the corrective waves within corrections. They are the most difficult waves. So they can be unusually short. There isn't really a target for a B wave. There just isn't. All we have is standard support. So it is an area in which you would normally expect a B wave to get into. But when we deal with a B wave, you have to know they can be unusually short. So it doesn't need to get there. And the B wave can also be longer. B waves can even overshoot to the downside. Now, if the A wave is a 5-wave move, the B wave shouldn't really do that. Okay, but it still can. B waves can do this stuff. So, however, this is sort of, I always imagine it like a magnet. So this is the magnet that pulls the price to it. We have 3 fib levels, 50% fib level, 25,730, the 61.8 fib level, 25,540, and the 78.6 fib level at 25,260. These are the key levels to watch for this B wave, and it seems like it's currently moving there. Bear in mind that the B wave itself is an ABC structure, so this could have been the A wave, this the B, and we might now come down in the C wave. That seems likely and reasonable. And ideally, ideally it's holding that support area, and as long as it's doing that, there's a good likelihood for a C wave rally later. Now, okay, if it gets a little bit lower than the support area here, I would not be too bothered because, as I said, B waves can overshoot to the downside, even though it's less likely if the A wave is a 5-wave move. Bear in mind, we have strong support here within the orange support area because we also have the larger degree fib level, which could generate some additional support. That's at 25,350. So that's a level definitely to watch. So price could just come down there, hit it, and then rally in a C wave. This C wave would likely be a 5-wave move and could then complete the wave 2 as long as it stays below the 78.6 Fib level, because above that level, above 27,480, yeah, it would normally not be a wave 2 anymore, and we could consider something more bullish. But for a more lasting low in place, which is the bullish scenario, a more directly bullish scenario, which is possible because this is a 5-wave move up, so I could also count it a wave 1, but based on the chart context, I rather prefer to be focused on the downside still until price can rally in 5 waves above the August high, which was at 28,180. Yeah, 28,180. If the price can rally in 5 waves above the August high, then we can make a case that a lasting low has been established. Not really before, okay? But as I highlighted to you in the previous video, if you're worried about it, that the price could move too much, yeah, and you have missed an entry, you know, I can just say this is a setup here. But I cannot really tell you what to do, but it's reasonable to leave a trade more space when you try to go long here to trade the C wave. Because again, a B wave can overshoot. They're very unpredictable. And also bear in mind, tomorrow we've got inflation data coming out. I will, by the way, do a live stream tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. I will do a live stream, so check the channel. But it could generate some short-term volatility, whatever's coming out there. Obviously, inflation is set to rise. Also, oil prices have gone up, so that could have an impact. Yeah, so that's what we need to be watching. I mean, tomorrow, you know, a day like tomorrow can sort of bring the waves to their extremes. That's just what such a day will do. It can do. So some of these scenarios could be completed within minutes potentially if there is a lot of volatility. So yeah, that's what I'm currently watching for. Again, of course, the low could be in, but for confirming that, we need to see 5 waves up above resistance and above the August high. Until then, I count that here and assume that this is an ABC structure in a larger corrective wave 2, which could then lead to the final breakdown later. That's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. As a channel member, you get access to the weekly live stream every Sunday. Also, you get access to Discord and Telegram, additional, you know, there's additional content, additional educational content about Elliott Wave, trading, technical analysis. You get access to the chat groups. As a gold member, you get additional market updates in between videos, so can all be very valuable. Check it out, and if not, then yeah, maybe you can still leave a like and you can subscribe and leave a comment. It would help a lot. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.